Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hello to all of my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Oh, take that deep breath. Oh, take that deep breath. Get out that scorching hot, boiling patty tea. Add a bunch of sugar, honey, sweet and whatever you gotta add. Add it. Add all of it. Because yeah, I'm gonna be making I'm gonna have so many Excel sheets because I have a list of episode ideas and topics relating to politics, dating nightmares, well, the river of racism, and documentaries, which I'm gonna about to talk about today, and like business and disability life, being a black person, being a black woman, being a woman, because each one has, oh, being a black woman with a disability. But yeah, it's like I'm gonna have one just for documentaries and different notes. I'm gonna have to now rewatch and add the names and of like the main people involved and the side people and the people with the no names, because especially lately watching true crime and like horrendous events that's happened. Like there's the one where that cruise ship broke down, and it got to the point where the whole ship was smelling like number two, or and people like when they were offered food, it was just basically like hunters and gatherers, and you kind of really saw the depths of where humanity can go dark and stuff. But today, because oh yeah, I plan on talking about Richard Simmons. Oh my, like, and even with my candles, I had like creating a list of all the subjects and all the people I want to dedicate. It's like some might be multiple people because of the same, like not exact same reason, but their voice, you know. And it's giving me marketing ideas, but marketing ideas to the point where more people can learn and or look them up and find out what's going on around the world and with people, because the more you read, the more you learn, the more empathy and compassion you will have for people that are different than you. And that's like a main purpose and main thing that I really want to focus on with everything I'm working on, especially my novels and candles. But oh my gosh, it's just I'm watching this one documentary called To Kill a Tiger. Oh, I will. Yeah, I'm going to be adding that to my new Excel sheet today. My heart breaks for that young girl, 13 years old, and she is such a hero. Not all heroes wear capes, but she and it like I just recorded an episode. I don't know what order. Remember, my channel is as messy as my life. Don't forget to check out my Patreon because I have that evidence. I'm gonna be posting a lot more screenshots because my phone is already overflowed. But it's not gonna be that many like new ones because of how overfilled my phone is. But at the same time, if you don't believe me by now, I'm just gonna have to get over it. That's part of my post traumatic shit. Like I'm always nervous and scared that people don't believe me, but I that's part of the thing I need to get over, because so much of my life I've believed in other people, and I think that's one reason why everyone keep like not everyone, but so many people keep lying to me, especially men. And then I'm always scared that I'm not going to be believed because they are the ones lying to me. So then I'm like, do they believe me? Did they believe me? Because I do not think Mr. Spider believed me. I don't think Mr. No Heart believed me, because, yeah, I'm going to be tying in my the day that I got diagnosed to the pain. Like, I'm going to be talking about To Kill a Tiger. It's my first time watching it, so it's a lot, but it's so much. But okay, let me continue. Mr. Nohire wouldn't even call me the day of my surgery. Wouldn't even call me the day of my surgery. I was bawling and like I was so scared. I've never been under the knife. Well, I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and so one of the reasons I was so scared was because I woke up during my wisdom teeth being pulled out. And so part of me, I kept thinking, what about if I wake up during the knee replacement? Like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna, like? Is that scary? Am I gonna feel it? Like, but I didn't. I didn't. But the thing was, with another surgery, the surgery I had later that year, I did wake up. I remember one of the doctors kind of laughed when I said, "Am I gonna wake up?" They're like, "No, I mean you're not gonna be under, but you're gonna be in like nighttime mode or whatever." And they were like, "Oh, don't worry, you're not gonna wake up." Next thing I know, my eyes open and I'm looking at, there was like a nurse at the desk across. I mean, it wasn't an office, it was a surgery room, but yeah, she was at like a station, a computer station. And I don't know if she was like looking at me or if it was a camera aimed at me or whatever. But I remember like 10 to 20 seconds after I opened my eyes and I'm looking right at her, the way she slowly looked up at me, and she's like, guys, she's awake. And one of the docs like, no, she's not. And she's like, her eyes, she's looking right at me. And I do a slight nod because I'm still out of it, but I'm able to do like a slight nod, like, yes, I am awake. Yeah. And I think one of them kind of peeked over and they're like, oh, she is. So then I think they put me back under with the whole like, but yeah, I woke up like with all of my medical issues and stuff. It's crazy how with almost everything, and this is like the racism within the medical field. All my life, doctors accuse me of lying about everything from my cycle to my walking, and I have like almost everything. They accused me of lying. They were putting the fault, they were putting the blame on me. Oh, you walk like that because you want to. You're wearing out your shoes because of how you walk, but that's your fault. You need to fix it. You need to practice. But it's like you shouldn't have to practice because nothing's wrong with you. And I'm still dealing with the pain from that. My mental health, I'm still dealing with that. But now I'm watching To Kill a Tiger. Ah, and the reason why it bothers me so much about Mr. No Heart, he didn't believe me. Because even when I decided I can't do this anymore, I had to break up with him. Like, I will still never forget when he had the nerve to text me, and you don't even know what you're diagnosed with. And if you already know, you know, because I've told this story about 6 months to a year ago. I forgot when, but from mm, March 1st to April 1st, I didn't call him because I used like throughout the 7 year relationship, I called him almost every single day. And I almost said five, but yeah, Lock Key was five, No Heart was seven. After I got off work, I would call him. After volunteering, I would call him, check up on him. And but he would only call me when he needed my money, my car, my body, whatever, when he wanted something from me. But he would never ask me how I'm doing. He would never check up on me. But then when I broke up with him, he tried to turn it around and blame me. I'm going through heartbreak. Oh, really? Really? Remember all the things you said about your ex-wife? She's nothing. She's like the only reason you ended up with her was because she told you she was pregnant the day that you were going to break up with her, and you wanted nothing to do with her, but since she was pregnant, remember that? Oh, there was so much more, but I talk about that in earlier episodes, and there's probably still more that I will talk about in future episodes. So, yeah, he is blaming her on getting her pregnant, but he did that. Yeah. But he tried to put the blame on me. You don't even know what you're diagnosed with. Oh, but I was diagnosed about 2, maybe 3 months prior. This time of year is always hard because, yes, like so much happened during the summer with getting blood work and MRIs and CAT scan, and just so many things were going on. But with the victim in To Kill a Tiger, the amount, like the pain, and when she cries, people tell her, "Don't cry, stop crying." Like after everything I went through, and after the day, because I'm going to be talking about the day I got diagnosed. If I was near her, I'd be like, "Baby, cry away." Like, yeah, let it flow. Do what you gotta do. Let the pain out. Every tear is like symbolic, like either a second, a day of the pain, of the suffering. It's the emotional. Don't hold that in. Holding back tears means you're holding back pain. And that's one reason why I kind of regret not crying when my ex broke up with me. I was stubborn. I refused to let him see it. But then I ended up getting so mad. It's like I ended up kind of getting teary eyed, but I still haven't let it go because I'm so pissed off to the point where now I'm digesting hate. But let that girl cry. 13 years old, and 3 men R worded her at the day of a family member's wedding, and one of them is her family member, nephew, uncle, like no, I think I want to say uncle, R worded her as a group, as a gang, like. But then watching this documentary, listening to how many people are blaming her, it keeps reminding me of how everyone was blaming me. And yes, it's two different things, but remember, yeah, I've been R worded, so I understand that pain. And that's another reason why I know I understand that pain. But the amount of times people are like, "Don't cry, don't cry," like that is something. Like, no, let her cry. And the father started drinking more, staying out late, playing cards or something, because he's not like, part of me, I'm like, it's okay for a man to cry, but I know in some cultures it's not like. And that's why part of me, I feel like so many men have so much anger and the hate, like I'm digesting, because they refuse to cry, because people, society tells them it's not okay for a man to cry. They keep saying women are so emotional, but women are, so many of us, some of us are crazy. Hoo-hoo. Some people might think I'm crazy. I'll get over it. At least I'm speaking my truth, saying what I need to say. At least I'm brave enough to do that. But when they were asking the young girl, "Do you ever get mad at your dad?" And she kind of laughed. She's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "When?" And she was like, "When he stays out late and comes back intoxicated." And he was like, "After what happened to her, I don't know what to do." Like, you could just see he feels defenseless. But I hope during that interview, I hope he gained so much strength, because the interviewer asked, what do you love most about your dad? And she was just like, he listens, he's loving, he's like, the way she described him, his face lit up. I think he needed that because after what she went through, he was like, I should have protected her, I should have done this. And then a lot of the people from the village won't talk to her. And some are blaming her, like, she's a girl, she should understand how men are. And it's like, women have, or girls have to realize how men look at how you dress and this and that. It's her fault, she stayed behind. And it's just, I was horrified. Like, it's horrifying listening to what they're saying, especially when you see the men. I mean, they blurred the faces, but these are men. They, some of them keep calling them boys. And it kind of reminds me, even in the US, how they'll call 13-year-old black boys men, but then they'll call 22 to 25-year-old or even 30-year-old white men boys. Make that make sense. But so many, there were a few times at least where they just tell her, don't cry, don't cry, no. And that's why in this episode it's like, if you're frustrated, it's like, because yeah, we need more of those businesses. Or you know what, I need to make with my website, maybe on one of the pages where I have a list of all of those places where you could just tear up stuff, and or maybe even a junkyard where you can pick up like some of the junk stuff and put that in your backyard and just go to town on it. Because yeah, we get angry. Don't mess up any other people's. No, that's illegal. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But it's like, if stuff's gonna be junk anyway, you might as well, like, I mean, that's a way to recycle, you know, tear it, mess it up even more. If it's just gonna tarnish and rust, whatever. And some businesses, that's what they literally make money off of that. But it kind of reminds me of the day I got diagnosed. I've mentioned before how the doctor who, this is the same doctor who, he's one of the number one neurologists in Michigan and the state or whatever. And I remember when I first met him, he told me, just walk it off. Go home, walk it off. And he gave me so much, like the blood work. Oh my God, that cost. Oh, I was a teacher back then, but the insurance was terrible. When I got that bill, that was a crying day too. But this, like, this doctor disgusts me still. I will never forgive him because he ignored me until like, because it was, I had to take more MRIs. I had so many MRIs. I'm like, dang it. But finally had this one test. Next thing I know, I get a call, and I knew it was one of the medical numbers, but I'm like, is this physical therapy? Are they rescheduling? What are they doing? So I pick it up, and it's this doctor. And next thing I know, he's giving me directions on how to get on the site and for the records and all this other stuff. And next thing I know, his voice is so different than all of the other times that he's talked to me. So anyway, he tells me the results, and I'm I'm like shaking because I'm just like, you mean I was born with this? So the times you told me to walk it off, the time, like, I was stumbling with my words because I remember all the things he told me, and he kept blaming me. And he would just pause, and He was like, yeah, these are your results. And yeah, I didn't know, I didn't realize. I was like, we can't, and he was, oh, he was all over the place. So after the phone conversation ends or whatever, I hang up and I'm bawling. But I'm trying not to cry too loud because my sister is in another room having a meeting. So I'm literally just trying to cover up my face or cover up my mouth to muffle out the the deep crying that I'm having. And so finally, like I'm like, okay, hold it together, hold it together. I'm still crying, but it's like, but I hear that my sister just finished. I think she just finished her meeting because I hear her saying goodbye and blah blah blah. So then I get on I kind of like put the code in my phone, and then I just press to dial my sister. She runs into the room. What's wrong? What's going on? And she sees my face is I'm all red, teary eyed. And I'm like, I got the results. And I just start crying harder. And I couldn't say, like, I got to a point where I could not say a thing. So all I could do is point at my computer screen. And she was like, what? And I just keep pointing. She was like, oh, you want me? And I'm nodding. And I'm trying not to cry too loud. And so she comes up to the computer. And next thing she knows, or we both, I was like, her face is like, oh, dang. And so then I just and she was like, do you want daddy to know? And I'm like, yeah, And so then I'm able to get out. I can't do it. I can't do it. And she gives me a hug and she tells me it's okay. You're going to be okay. We got this. And she even said, I'm sorry because she knows of how I was blamed for over 30 years. Everyone was calling me a liar. And so she goes and gets my dad. And my dad comes up and she has to help me because I'm still choking up. And like the entire time, my dad's like, put yourself together. You don't need to cry. Hold. I'm like, no, why are you crying? What are you doing? Stop crying. Stop. And he doesn't understand. All of these tears are from all of the times the church is telling me it's my fault, that I must be possessed, when the doctors are saying it's my fault, when family members, my mother, she on her deathbed was telling me I need to get my walking in my life together. It's like all the years she told me all of the terrible things and blaming me, whooping me, punishing me. So when my dad was like, get yourself together, you don't need to cry. You now you got the answers. Now you got and it's just like, let the pain come out. You don't understand. And so with this young lady, when everyone kept telling her, stop crying. Yes, some people think crying is weakness, but sometimes crying is having enough strength to let the pain out, to let the frustration out. And even with Mr. Spider now, I'm still not able to cry because I'm not like the hate kind of started, you know. But I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. I'm working on my glow up and my fitness and learning how I can be beautiful for myself. I mean, because I learned a lot since my diagnosis, but then I I guess I still have a long ways to go because I'm a new person. I'm different. And yeah, in a frustrating way, I'm different. And the type of God, like, I'm no longer scared of disappointing my dad with who I marry because, and realistically, I know I'm probably never getting married, but the fact is, if if that happens, he's probably gonna be a little because yeah, till this day, my dad did not know that Mr. Spider wasn't a Christian. But the thing is, his heart is like, and it's frustrating because now that I know that it was all a game, it was all fake, none of it was real, but he played the part so well. He was so polite and so giving, and like the flowers, he like my dad was like, that boy really likes you. Oh, he was just like, oh, you got more flowers. Oh, it's like, and he sharpened the knives. Like, I don't know, it's just okay. Different episode, but I'm still working on the emotions with that. And this young lady, though, in To Kill a Tiger, she doesn't know how strong she is because now the village people are ignoring her. And then people from that I went to college with, they're ignoring me because they still think I'm a liar. I haven't shown myself on Facebook. For people I worked with promotional modeling, they think I'm a liar. No one believed me. Everyone said, well, the doctor said nothing's wrong with you, so nothing's wrong with you. You're just making it up. You just want the the corporate people to have pity on you so maybe you can have higher positions so that you can work more of the promos and stuff like that. That's the only reason. So dealing with that, and so if I once I do show myself, none of them are going to apologize. They're going to still say, oh, but I know your mom didn't do everything you said she did. I mean, I still, that I'm still dealing with. But I want this young lady to know tears help you grow, tears help the pain. And with the mental health, like a spoonful of crying. I mean, not maybe not every day, because part of me I feel like, what's her favorite music? Does she like drawing? Like finding different hobbies, because that's one reason why like I'm starting to work out. I'm practicing and looking up things to do with my hair. I'm writing more and working on the candles, and I'm so excited with that. It's like, oh, the budget, like trying to, but I want her this, and she's 13. It's like part of me, I want to know, education wise, what do you want to do with your future? Because this village, like they keep blaming, like she should have known better. She was by herself with three others. She was 13. You know, I want to know what are her dreams, what are her goals, because now a lot of them are saying, oh, well, no one's going to marry her. So we need to marry her to one of the three men. I'm going to be talking about that in an episode. Because even the father's like, what girl would want to marry somebody that forced themselves? And I'm just the same way. Like, what kind of wedding? Like, what? What? But I mean, that's our culture. But it reminds me of how Marjorie Taylor Greene mentioned, why don't these women go straight to the police? All around the world, all around the world, women, girls get blamed. The finger get pointed at them. Always. What were you doing with that person alone? What were you doing wearing that? Why did you say this? Why did you say that? It's like, you know how men are. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman. I'm of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.